Hello, in this video we're going to look at how we can add some left and right click event listeners on our actor. So I've included all of the steps to reproduce this on this post, so if you're interested to get this working as well, check this out. This will go into quite a bit of detail on how you can get this working. And I'll just have a look at the implementation in UE as well. So perhaps I'll just begin with a quick demo. So let's just log into our character. Quite simply, when I left click it, you'll see here it says test 1 left clicked, and when I right click it, it will say test 1 right clicked. So what I can also do is just log into another character here, and we'll be able to just click this one as well. So you can see it says test 5 left clicked, and if I right click it, it'll say test 5 right click, right? So really simple demo. So let's have a look at the implementation. All right, so before I go into the implementation using the player controller, I just want to highlight as well that from your character or your actor classes, you can actually leverage the default on clicked event listeners, which is for the left mouse button. So you should often have this capsule component. So let's just remove this, and if you go down to the events, you should see that there's the on clicked event listener. You can also add things like a cylinder. So for example, at the moment I've removed the visibility on this, but this was larger than my character, so that I was able to sort of capture the click in a larger radius, right? And again, if I just go down to the bottom, there's some event listeners, and there's the on-clicked event listener here. So I was using this previously as well. So this will work if you want to capture the on left mouse button event clicked. But you'll find that there isn't one for the on right click. So that's why we want to do this piece of work. All right, so I'll go back into the player controller and we can have a look at it here. Okay, so the implementation inside the player controller is relatively straightforward. We have access to these left mouse button and the right mouse button, so we don't actually have these events in other blueprints like our actor, right? So in order to find them, just simply type left mouse button, and you can see them under the mouse events, right? And the same for the right mouse button. Okay, so that's how you go ahead and find them. And these are the raw events, so these are not part of the enhanced input actions, right? So they give us when the key was pressed and when it was released. So you don't need to worry about these event dispatchers. So I've actually created them for my widgets just to avoid some potential issues. So you can ignore these event dispatchers. The thing you need is this get target under mouse click. So this is a custom function, and really the main thing that it does is implement this get hit result under cursor by channel. So get hit result under cursor by channels. That's how you find it, and you simply break this result, and this is where we're going to find the hit actor, right? So basically when we left click or we right click, we basically find what is under our mouse, and we get that information through this hit actor. Okay, and then from the hit actor, we basically want to check, does this object implement an interface? And we've created this new BPI interactable interface to add to our actors in order to validate that, right? So you can see, does the object implement interface? And here it says BPI interactable. So this is the interactable interface, so you can see it here. So there's only two functions there, on left click and on right click. And in order to create one, so you just need to create the blueprint interface and simply add those two functions in there. So once you've added, once you've created this interface, you want to add it to the actor blueprint. So in my case, I use the same actor blueprint on both my monsters and my players. So you can see there's no mesh here. This is the parent class for my players and mobs. So that way I don't need to repeat this logic. And basically in the class settings, if you search for interface here, you'll see there's implemented interfaces. You want to add one, and you want to add this BPI interactable. So once you've done that, you'll then get access to implement the new functions that you've created in the interface. So in this case, on left clicked, so there it is, on left clicked, and you can see it says BPI interactable, so you know that this comes from the interface, and you'll have the same for the on right clicked. Okay, so if I just go back to here, so again, we left clicked, we want to find what's under our mouse. We check, does the actor under our mouse implement the interactable interface? If it does, you return that hit actor. If it doesn't, you just say this is not valid. And then let's go back a step, so you can see that this is used on both the on left and on right mouse button. So if it's valid, you execute the on left clicked or on right click. So if you double click this, it just takes you to the interactable interface. So you need to actually find it inside the actor base. So if we now search for this function here, and if we click on that, this is where we do the printing, right? So my actors will always have an actor ID. So I basically just print the actor ID has left clicked or the actor has right clicked, right? And that effectively completes the flow. So you're able to achieve these event click listeners, namely from the player controller, and then we pass that event to our actor using this get hit result under the cursor by channel, and we effectively filter it out using this interface. So that's how we're able to create this common interface between them. All right, so I think that's it for this video. Thanks, and see you next time. Bye.